show. My name is Jon Stewart. We have got a great one for you tonight. Writer Heather Ann Thompson is going to be out here to discuss her new book about Bernie Getz and the rebirth of white rage, which I didn't know had died. But thank you all for coming out tonight here in New York. It is, and I don't have to tell these people, they were kind enough to come out in this weather. It is the 10th day in a row that we have been below freezing temperatures. And all I can say is, oh, sorry, folks, you get what you voted for. That's right. Oh, comrade Mamdani, been in for less than a month, and we're already Siberia. It is unusually cold, I will say. But the big news, of course.
We begin with the breaking news that the Justice Department has begun releasing millions more documents related to the Jeffrey Epstein investigation.
Yep, it's Groundhog Day. We call it that. Thank you. I appreciate that. We call it Groundhog Day because this is the day when Donald Trump sees Epstein's shadow. And we get 6 more weeks of not knowing who any of the co-conspirators are in this multinational sex trafficking case. And also because Punxsutawney Phil is all over the files. Is that to scale by any chance? That may be the biggest groundhog. They actually look like they could be friends. Bill Clinton and Punxsutawney Phil. The point I'm trying to make is the Epstein files thing. We've been through this before.
Donald Trump, revelations about his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein.
The MAGA fault line seems to be widening from a fracture.
Breaking news. A big break. Republicans breaking with Trump on Epstein.
The dam could potentially be breaking here with MAGA.
The beginning of the end of the Trump presidency.
After 1 million more documents in the Epstein files were discovered last week, will this fracture become a lasting, irreversible break?
I'm going to go with no. God, you guys are adorable. The chances of this breaking MAGA are actually worse than Trump just lowering the age of consent to be done with the whole thing. Which is not... I didn't say we were doing it. Which is not to say there isn't awful shit in this new Epstein dump. It was a veritable who's who of who you imagine wanted someone to touch their hoo-hoo. Allegedly, Lutnick, Bannon, Musk, Summers, Gates, Clinton, Tish, Melania, the guy who directed Melania, Prince Andrew, and Sir Richard Branson. I don't think any of us will ever masturbate again. That is... And of course, the star of our show, Donald Josephine Trump, whose thousands of mentions render Trump as kind of a necessary backdrop through the entirety of the Epstein files, kind of like New York City in a Woody Allen movie, which coincidentally is apropos because he's also in the files. And, of course, to get ahead of the story, I am also in the files. We all searched our names, right? You guys didn't search your name? All right, well, I know. Whatever. I am in the files. All right, this is actually true. I take you to the scene. It is midnight, August 29th, 2015. Jeffrey Epstein lies wide awake, his mind turning with ideas. He jots a quick note to a producer named Barry Josephson saying, I suggested to Woody. Y'all know which Woody, right? It's the Epstein files. It ain't Harrelson. All right. Or the cowboy from Toy Story. You know which Woody we're talking about. Quote, I suggested to Woody that he do an exclusive new stand-up routine for either Apple TV or Amazon. Oh, Jeffrey Epstein always had his finger on the pulse of what America was clamoring for in 2015. But Barry Josephson, thinking like the out-of-the-box television professional that he was, pitched this idea. This is true. Quote, make a true biographical experience with his stand-up being the capper. Somebody like Jon Stewart could host/narrate the biographical part. Excuse me? I am offended. Somebody like Jon Stewart? Or Jon Stewart? My point is, do I have the offer, or is this an audition? Perhaps the more extensive references were reserved for members of the billionaire class who traveled in Epstein's circles, including the billionairiest of them all.
New emails from billionaire Elon Musk and Epstein coordinating a possible visit to the financier's infamous island.
Elon says, do you have any parties planned? I really want to hit the party scene in St. Bart's or elsewhere and let loose.
I'm sorry, I hate to do this. Can we zoom in on the email on that, please? Christmas Day? You're asking if Jeff Epstein's got any parties planned on the island on Christmas Day? I mean, look, Christmas is tense time. We've all had that feeling, trapped in the house with the in-laws and 14 to 16 of our children over the holidays. But generally, Elon, the wanderlust doesn't really hit till the 28th or the 29th, but Christmas morning? You emailed Epstein Christmas, dearest Jeffrey. I've just seen the joy in all my children's faces as they opened their gifts. Get me the out of here. And ever since those revelations, Elon has been, how do the kids say it, crashing out. He's posted about the Epstein files more than 85 times over the last 2 days. Oddly enough, mostly on Blue Sky. No, I'm just kidding. And if I may, Elon, slow down, brother. You got to make some time for tweeting about the white genocide, too. Life's a balance. But this is obviously important to Elon, so, all right, give us the best argument for your innocence.
Musk denies any wrongdoing, writing over the weekend, if I actually wanted to spend my time partying with young women, it would be trivial for me to do so without the help of a creepy loser like Epstein.
I could do what Epstein does on my own. Is not the moral clarity we were expecting here. But my favorite part of the Musk-Epstein emails, you ever have a friend where you don't really share the same sense of humor, but you share the same interests? And they shared the same interests?
Epstein writes him and says, any plans for New York? The opening of the General Assembly of the UN has many interesting people coming to the House.
Many interesting people, Elon. Wink, wink. Get it?
Elon replies, I run and lead product design engineering for 2 complicated companies. Flying to New York to see UN diplomats do nothing would be an unwise use of time.
I'm sorry, Jeffrey, could you make it a little more obvious for your friend?
To which Jeffrey Epstein replies, do you think I am retarded? Just kidding. There is no one over 25 and all very cute.
What the f***? We've all had that friend. Why would I go to the bathroom with you to go skiing? skiing is an outdoor sport requiring a mountain and equipment and... I see. Now, another big name in the files is Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, which in itself is not big news because since Lutnick admitted that he met Epstein in 2005 and then said he immediately cut off all contact. You know what? I won't. Let me let him tell the story.
I say to him, massage table in the middle of your house? How often you have a massage? And he says, every day. And then he gets weirdly close to me. Ooh. And he says, and the right kind of massage.
Shiatsu or like a deep tissue or a lomi? His dick. I'm sorry. It's about. I apologize. It's okay. Yeah. He's talking about a dick massage. Go to the bathroom to go skiing. Okay, dick massage. Understood. Carry on with the story.
And in the 6 or 8 steps it takes to get from his house to my house.
Wait a second. Hold on. You live 6 steps from Jeffrey Epstein? 6 steps. Jeffrey Epstein's house was 6 steps. That's how f***ed up housing is in New York City. Even billionaires don't get to live more than 6 steps away from each other. Imagine how the rest of us live in this habit trail hellhole. I'm sorry. Anyway, carry on.
And in the 6 or 8 steps it takes to get from his house to my house, my wife and I decided that I will never be in the room with that disgusting person ever again.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, no. That's how, oh, yeah. You and your wife decided. Yes. Yeah. No. Your wife and you were both outraged. You walked out of there like, honey, that guy, what a creepo. I mean, to think there's a guy with massage tables and a sex swing in a dildo room just 6 steps from our house. I mean, believe me, honey, you'll never catch me commuting to Palace Avenue ever again. Right, honey? You trust me, right, honey? And so he never returned. Until...
Files released today showed that Howard Lutnick tried to meet or call with Epstein several times after 2005.
Yes, Jeffrey, it's me, Howard Lutnick. I'm on your stoop right now. I just want to remind you, sir, I am disgusted and appalled and have a tremendous amount of tension in my trapezius muscle. You wouldn't happen to know the right kind of massage? My balls hurt. My one-man show called Lutnick on the Stoop. By the way, it wasn't just Republicans in this email dump. You had Bill Clinton, pictures having his cake and ogling it too. Economist Larry Summers, seeing if someone was available to rub his Phillips curve. Look it up. And Bill Gates apparently getting gonorrhea from a Russian hooker. Allegedly. Yeah, f***ing true. God damn it, Clippy! Not now! Clippy! You're not helping! F***ing Clippy. All these names, all these emails, images, and videos. What do they amount to?
Lots of additional pictures and documents, but there is nothing in the Epstein files released today that shows anyone new can be prosecuted.
Well, of course, no. Of course they can't be. It's completely believable that Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell are solely responsible for supposedly KGB and Mossad billion-dollar multinational sex trafficking ring. It's really a mom-and-pop operation. I think that's pretty clear. I mean, you've already seen the millions of documents that the FBI has worked on for months to flag mentions of Donald Trump. I'm sure the 2.5 million remaining documents that we haven't seen will be no different, right? Trump lawyer and also guy in charge of files that might implicate Donald Trump.
This review is over.
Okay, well, I'm satisfied. That's fine. No further questions? Look, man, we always knew that the people at DOJ releasing these documents weren't on a fact-finding mission. They were running interference. And the guy they're running interference for seems very satisfied with these results.
I didn't see it myself, but I was told by some very important people that not only does it absolve me, it's the opposite of what people were hoping, the radical left.
I'm totally innocent. I mean, look at me. Do I look like the kind of a guy who would fly around on a billionaire sex plane? None of these dudes, they've been on the plane. They've been on the island. They've been to his house. They've given him creepy cards with pubic hair. They've been accused by a multitude of women of a multitude of wrongdoings, and nothing has happened to any of them. Any of them. Oh, except Prince Andrew. Oh, Prince Andrew, stripped of the title Prince. Ooh, such a penalty. Now it's just Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. Ooh. One more time, buddy, and you'll be busted down to Andy Mountbatten Windsor. I got to be honest. I'm just not sure anybody is going to be held accountable for any of this.
Have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. And in fact, if you look at the DOJ, they announced, they released 3 million pages. It's like this is all they're supposed to be doing. And frankly, the DOJ, I think, should just say, we have other things to do.
And boy, does the DOJ have other things to do. Looking into this decades-long sex trafficking network for the rich and powerful is stopping the DOJ from getting the people who really deserve to be punished.
If you are here illegally, you gotta go. Why? Because you're breaking the law.
No one is above the law.
This creates a two-tiered system.
There's no accountability. There's no enforcement.
It breeds fraud and crime and all of the other problems that come.
I want sanctuary city policy to end.
But yeah, no, you're right. We got to end the two-tiered system of accountability. And to quote Lindsey Graham there, sanctuary city policies have to end. Well, after watching the politically well-connected skirt any form of legal accountability for horrible f***ing crimes, it seems pretty clear to me that there is a sanctuary city in this country. But guess what? This kid don't live in it. The real sanctuary city is where money and power protect you from the consequences of sex trafficking or influence peddling or taking $500 million and giving away America's AI infrastructure. Not the small Midwestern city where trying to help a lady get up after she gets maced gets you shot in the back of the f***ing head. That's the real sanctuary city. And these are the motherfuckers who live there. Give me the right picture. Yeah.